Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video also we will be learning some vocabularies, reading the daily newspaper published today. And before that we have to talk something about our journey. If you are here, you should be probably studying English language by learning new words every day. In the process of learning English language, as my part, I am teaching you some vocabularies, and if you have any questions or if you have any unknown words that I'm not explaining in my videos, you can let me know them in the comment so that I will include their explanation in my next video. And if you are here, you should be learning English yourself and you want to speak English fluently, and you are literally trying for it, but you may have practical issues, right? So now as undergraduates, you might be learning English language. Since we are all Sri Lankan, we are not exposed to an environment where English is spoken, right? So we have to create an environment where English is spoken. That is the main challenge that I face. Even being an undergraduate in my university, within my colleagues, I am unable to create an environment. Whenever I speak with my colleagues in English, they don't respond, or sometimes they don't respect me, right? But finding potential people with same intention or with same objective is really difficult. So that's why I am creating these videos, so that I can at least find one person and I can help them transform their lives, right? Okay. Now, if you are learning English, the major problem is vocabulary, right? So we have the understanding of grammar, but we have to know a lot vocabulary, because the pace that we are learning the vocabulary is not sufficient. We should know more and more vocabularies, and remembering the vocabularies is also very important, right? Because whenever we study a new word, we have to apply them in our day-to-day conversation. Otherwise, it will forget, right? Now, daily we are reading newspapers, and every day we are learning new words, but the usage of the words in our day-to-day conversation is very less. That's why we forget things, right? So I will say some tips that you can follow to enhance your usage of vocabulary, right? So just we don't need to spend money for that, or we want to you know strive hard for it. Actually, in our day-to-day life, we have to connect our learning process, right? So we all use WhatsApp, but when we are chatting with our friends or colleagues, we use Tanglish or Singlish, which means we use English keyboard to type Tamil or Sinhala. But rather than doing that, you can simply chat with your friends in English itself. And in the university, you have to find a person, or in the university premises, if you can talk to your friends in English language, you can simply enhance your speaking abilities, right? But most people don't like to speak in English in the university premises or even in the hostel, because they are afraid of making mistakes. So I have already told you, learning English is not to be perfect. We just want to communicate, and we have to just share our ideas. And English is inevitable, right? So willingly or unwillingly, we have to learn it. So the best way to learn is to make mistakes. From making mistakes, we can learn a lot. So I would suggest you not to bother about your mistakes. Do make mistakes and learn, so that we can grow together. So without talking too much, I am going to start the session now. I am going to read the daily newspaper published today, and from that we are going to learn some more vocabulary, so that we can use them in our day-to-day conversation also. So let me just open this daily news here. Right. So here daily news, the published date is Wednesday, December 4. Now if you look at this story, no one will be allowed to incite racism. So here, for the first time I am reading this news. I didn't even open that one. So after reading it, we have to know what word we have to study. So in this headline, I know all the words except this insight, right? So I have to just look at the dictionary for the meaning of insight. So let me just insert the meaning of insight here. Right. So here, this is the word insight, right? So this is how we have to pronounce this word, and the word class is verb. Now the meaning is to encourage or to do something violent, right? So even before I read the meaning from the dictionary, I had an idea of what the word would mean, right? Because here if you look at this one, they are telling no one will be allowed to incite racism, means to do racism, right? So do is the synonym of this word incite, right? So I had this assumption, but anyhow we can here confirm our assumption that incite means do, but to encourage somebody to do something violent, right? So you know violent means vanmurai in Tamil, okay? Anyways, let me close that zoom. I just wanted to share my video at the beginning of the video, that's all. Okay, so to encourage somebody to do something violent, illegal or unpleasant, especially by making them angry or excited. To incite crime, to incite crime, which means to encourage to do crime, racial hatred and violence, right? They were accused of inciting the crowd to violence, right? So they were accused, right? So they have been accused of inciting or doing, right? So simply we can say doing the crowd to violence. He incited the workforce to come out on strike. Okay, so here we have just learned the meaning of incite as to encourage somebody to do something violent, right? So here this is kind of passive vocabulary. We are not anyhow going to use this word in our day-to-day conversation, but when we are reading a newspaper or when we come across this word again, we should be able to understand its meaning along with these example sentences, right? So to incite crime, to incite racial hatred and to incite violence, right? So this word incite is connected to negative things, okay? So you can observe this relationship. This word incite is used for referring to negative things, crime, racial hatred, violence, right? So they were accused of inciting the crowd to violence. He incited the workforce to come out on strike. So here the meaning of incited is he encouraged the workforce, to come out on strike. So instead of encourage, they have used the word incited, right? So he incited the workforce to come out on strike. Now let's go again to our news and read some news stories, right? Okay, so public, let me just zoom in. Okay, right. Now one more advantage of reading newspaper is we can know the position or the names of ministers and prominent personalities, right? So here you can read Public Security Minister Ananda Vijaypala said in Parliament that he will make a special statement regarding the recent arrests today. He stated that no one will be allowed to destroy, right? So destroy means ruin the country by inciting racism. So inciting racism means you can simply tell that the meaning of this inciting is encouraging, right? So here this is not writing here. Encouraging, right? So here the meaning is encouraging racism, right? So here if you look at this one, the meaning of stated is told, right? Told. He said this is in response to opposition leader Sajid Premadasa, who questioned the government on recent arrests of social media activists, right? So hope you have understood the meaning. I'm not going to talk about this opposition leader and the activity of arresting the social media activists, but we have to just learn some vocabularies reading this newspaper. And we have just learned that the name of the Public Security Minister is Ananda Vijaypala, and we all know who our current opposition leader is. Okay, now let's move to the next topic. Okay, so this seems nice, so we will just read this one. Okay, so Navy operation to nab drug trawlers. Just let me insert this picture into OneNote. Right. So here, if you read this this news, Navy operation to nab drug trawlers, right? So here we may encounter some new words. The meaning of nab, right? So the nab means arrest, right? Arrest. And drug, you might have known the meaning of drug, right? So it's a substance that people, smoke, or even some people inject, right? Okay, so Navy operation to nab drug trawlers, right? So trawlers means boat, right? So it may be a big fishing boat, right? So we can say it may be a big fishing boat. Okay, now let's read this description. The Navy yesterday released pictures of its operation to nab two multi-day fishing trawlers carrying a large haul of narcotic drugs. Now the word haul may be new to you, right? So here it seems to be collective noun, right? So let's try to understand the meaning of the word haul from the dictionary. Let me just insert here. Right, so I have just extracted the photo from the dictionary for the word whole, so we will just learn it. So whole, so it may be used as verb and noun. So if you use this as verb, so this is to pull something with a lot of effort, right? So the wagons were hauled by horses, right? So wagon R, we have cars named wagon R. Now wagons are kind of carts, right? So it may be a type of cart that can be pulled by horses, right? Now the next word that we have to study is wagon. We will study this later. Now you see this is a sequence, right? So the learning process of English language is a sequential process. So every time when you encounter a new word, you should have the enthusiasm to know what that word means. Okay, so this is very important. And he reached down the whole list up onto the wall. Okay, anyways, we don't need this word as verb now. We need this as noun, right? So noun, if you look at here, a large amount of something that has been stolen or that is illegal, right? So here it is used as a collective noun to refer to large amount of something, right? So the something is here narcotic drugs, right? A whole of weapons, right? So again, this collective noun is also used for referring to negative things, weapons, narcotic drugs, and so on, right? A drugs whole, right? So you can see, right, for referring to a certain amount of drugs, we are going to use the collective noun whole. A whole of weapons, a drug haul, right? So this is the usage of this word haul, and in addition to this we have some more usages also. If you want, you can refer to it. Now we will continue our reading. Of narcotic drugs, following a successful intelligence collaboration between the Sri Lanka Navy and the Indian Navy. The trawlers and suspects were brought to the Colombo port on Monday evening. Upon though inspection at the port of Colombo by Police Narcotics Bureau, it was revealed, right? So reveal means, exposing a truth, right? So we can say exposing a truth, right? So we have to know this word also. If you don't know the meaning of the reveal, please do let me know in the comment section so that I may explain in the next video. Revealed that one trawler contained a whole of crystal methamphetamine in 295. Okay, so this is just the name of that drug, right? So it's a chemical name, in 295 plastic packages weighing 355.828 kilogram with street let me just magnify this. With street value of 3,308 million rupees, right? Now we should know the meaning of the word street, right? So what is street value? Okay, so if you merely take the meaning of the word street, as you all know, that refers to roads, right? But here street value may have a different meaning, right? So street value, do you have any suggestions? No. So street value is maybe the price that the drugs are sold, right? So let's see. I have just inserted the picture. Let me copy the picture and insert here. Right. So street value means, here you can see, it is a noun, a price for which something that is illegal or has been obtained illegally can be sold, right? So the selling price of something illegal, simply the selling price of something illegal, right? So you can see drugs with a street value of over 1 million. Okay, so here the street value is the price that we sell an illegal thing is called street value, right? So street value is the price for which something that is illegal or even that has been obtained illegally can be sold. Okay, now if you continue reading, reveal that one trawler obtained a whole of crystal methamphetamine in 295 plastic packages weighing 355.828 kilogram with a street value of 3,380 million rupees, right? Okay, so I hope you have learned some vocabularies related to this news piece, and since I am going to exceed 20 minutes, I have to stop this video. And if you found any new words while watching this explanation, please do let me know in the comment section. Even I can reply the meanings in a thread, right? So till I meet you in the next video, bye.